This is Vex's third time on the screen today, and Jtails second. As the match starts right away, Jtails getting the huge combos, 4 hits, and then immediately resets, restocks his banana, takes the 31% and runs with it. He's in a really good position right now.
Vex's DDD is almost like a walking fortress in a sense,
Yeah.
where he literally walks to you and then waits for you to do something and reacts to it. That is his style in Brawl, and it's really carried over here in the Smash 4.
Yeah, absolutely. Very read-oriented style. Very good. And again, we see the same trapping mechanic I was speaking of in an earlier match, where Vex uses the F tilt to zone, force the jump, and then punishes the jump with the high priority aerial. In this case, Diddy's forward air. Does manage to land a very strong string on Diddy Kong, kind of tying up the match right now. We've got 55 to 65. Nice Diddy Kong using that side B as a huge aerial momentum boost, escaping the traps. Very, very valuable to have a tool to help you escape traps in this game. Nice pivot F tilts, will zone out. A little bit of an overzealous side B there.
I am interested to see why Vex is not opting to use the Gordo more, because the Gordo is like an active hitbox that kind of moves across the stage.
He certainly uses it quite a lot, as you're seeing now.
Yeah.
You know, he stepped it up. You got to be a little bit careful. You don't want to overuse Gordo, because if your opponent makes a strong read on it, they can hit it back at you before you can respond, and then that's going to be big punishment for Vex. But he uses it very often.
Yeah. Oh,
just barely whisked that. Of course, there is going to be no spike there. I'm a little bit surprised Jtails went for the down air as opposed to simply reloading his banana as quickly as possible, because he could have set up a very powerful edge trap there. Instead, decides to give it up, but he does get that down throw up air. Very, very strong and reliable kill setup. You know, very reliable. Can't really DI out of that that throw setup very well, and that up air is very buff. Kills much earlier.
Ooh, I thought that was going to kill, man. Okay, good grab by Jtails, following up with 2 back airs.
Again, he takes 25% and runs with it, starts setting up the ledge trap. It's very difficult to have an option out of Peanuts with the banana coming to punish you on the ground.
And as you can see, up tilt is nerfed
in
terms of power and knockback.
Oh my gosh, rolls right back into the Gordo. The traps being set up are insane. Vex tries to bait out a side B into him. He wanted to run back, get a back air. Diddy wasn't having any of that. He was a little savvy to the trap. Instead goes for the edge, then runs into the F tilt, and that'll finish the stock. Vex is down by 53%. Can he bring it back?
Anything is possible with the rage effect, in my opinion. And DDD being a heavy character in Smash 4 does attribute to him living very long.
Yes. Of course, we do see that Diddy has strong kill setups. We drop the down throw to neutral air combo, but instead get a dash attack follow-up. Very good, and the forward tilt will beat out the side B. Vex really doing a great job at reading these side Bs. Accidentally full hops instead of short hops, or maybe he thought he would jump in side B first. Uses the Gordo to apply some pressure, forcing Diddy into shield there. Didn't really do much except for stop the Peanut wave, allowing Vex to get down to that edge, using the Gordo to help him land onto the ground, and now looking for the grabs. Throws out the forward tilt, but good read on Diddy to move back a little bit, evade the hammer, and then move in with the side B. Vex was savvy to it the second time, manages to dodge that, goes for that spike.
Vex is not afraid. Jtails was playing a very good defensive-based game at first, but now I feel like he's trying to go in too hard.
Now, one thing you have to remember with Diddy is when you have a banana in your hand, one thing you want to think of, could that be it? No, great vectoring by Vex there. He'll live. But can he get back to the stage? And then from the stage, can he get back onto the floor? Ooh, very good.
Beautiful banana toss. Yeah. Forcing Vex to upbeat over the stage, guaranteeing Jtails the kill.
Yeah, a little bit of a panic reaction there. Of course, if he had fallen down a little bit more, he would have simply sweet spotted the edge, as Diddy does sweet spot the edge in this game as opposed to Brawl. Good play there by Jtails. We'll be hopping straight into the second match. Will Vex be able to bring it back and run us into a game 3?
Vex is known for adapting. I really think he can do it, actually.
Knocking Sonic off of our stage. Is this Rainbow Road?
Yes, this is Rainbow Road. Quite beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks pretty hype. Uh-oh.
Wow. Oh my god.
If those rockets had decided to make a right turn there into the stage, it could have been very dire. Close game. Really excellent reaction time there by Vex. Blocks the banana in precise fashion. Manages to land a strong string. Gets the follow-up. Puts Diddy off the stage.
Oh my
hits him with a dash attack. Sends him flying to the corner of the stage.
That was beautifully executed by Vex.
A standard wake-up in anticipation of Diddy retreating to pull out that banana as a resource. Diddy decides to go for Vex as opposed to the banana. Good option. I like the little arrow that comes in above an item now.
Wow, and that was beautiful DI by Jtails.
Ooh, and that walk-up forward there. Again, just clobbering with the hammer. It's almost as if he spiked them off the side, because we were all wondering, will he go for the down air? Something like that.
And this is what I mean by Vex adapting. Vex is a player. He's very smart. He is known for making the corrections he needs to make for the next game.
I like the way it plants you into the ground and just does the full damage as a 2-hit combo. Oh, careful. I like the way Vex completely changed it up. You know, started using dash attack a lot more and a little bit more of a hands-on approach as opposed to a passive reading approach. Kind of giving Diddy a little bit something to think about since he was already playing from behind position, his opponent then mixing up the strategy proactively instead of reactively in such an effective manner. I don't know, it's really securing the lead for Vex right here.
Yes, Jtails is having a very hard time coming back or even killing Vex. But will this do it? Yes, it will.
Yeah. Again, even though it looks like it was really good DI, vectoring does not matter. I mean, it doesn't matter with the new vectoring system. If a move's going to kill you off the top, it's going to kill you regardless of how much left or right angle you put on it. Nice read there with the up tilt into the up air. That sends Diddy flying. It's going to be really hard for Jtails to come back from this, but he's getting started off with a Gordo toss. We isolate him from the banana, instantly get a throw, decide to leave the banana there on the ground. We're not too worried about this banana as Vex, but of course, the Gordos should be a little bit more worried about peanuts. Healthy snacks flying around everywhere.
Vex playing a very patient game, forcing Jtails.
Ooh! Will that be it? Not quite. Again to the corner of the death line, but not quite over with. Vex goes for the edge guard, unfortunately doesn't get it, and that risk will put him back on the edge, which could be exactly what Jtails needed to close this out a clean 2-0. Does not roll back onto the edge, and instead does a standard wake up right in Jtails' face, something he was not expecting. Oh. Jtails looking to get that side B. Vex catches him out with the forward tilt, but not the sweet spot of it. Does knock him off the stage. We've got ourselves a pretty close game. It's pretty close to it's pretty close to Jtails being able to get a kill setup. Vex tries to end it all. He could have shield grabbed that there, but he wanted to get the pressure out of the down smash to then land the KO. But eventually Vex does manage to close it out, bring it back to a 1-1 game. Got ourselves a complete set here.
That was close, man.
All right, we're loading right into it. We're gonna fight again on Battlefield here. And we're into it. Vex feinting a run-up to see if he can bait an offensive reaction out of his opponent, roll back. Instead, Diddy's not having any of that. Instantly spawns the banana, start taking the advantage. Even though Vex gets a hold of the banana, Diddy gets a hold of him, does a 16% string, does manage to put him on the edge. The side B will convert it into 30 damage total, but we've got ourselves a neutral game now. The banana is out, Vex blocks it, but then gets tripped up on the grab. Good string there by Vex. Diddy not having any of that. It looks like he wasn't able to cancel out the landing lag on his forward air as he needed to follow that up. And good of Jtails to recognize this and throw in an offensive option like forward tilt instead of sitting there in shield, where Vex would have certainly gotten the regrab on.
Although side B is a very good move by Diddy, it seems like Vex is not actually shielding a lot or going for a lot of shield grabs.
Yeah, I mean, Vex does shield a lot, but in this game, he moves around a lot. Staying in shield is the weakness in this game. Yes. Shielding a lot is good in Smash because a lot of attacks can be thrown out, and you can't always really anticipate what your opponent's going to do. The difference is between high players and the way regular players shield is that it's a matter of whether you shield for a purpose or shield just to block. And the way Vex uses his shield, he shields for a purpose. He blocks attacks or he blocks potential threats, but then he keeps it moving. He doesn't lock himself in his shield, so he can move around a lot. This makes it really difficult to get a read on him, so that you have to make sure that every time you're going for a grab, you're actually getting a read on him. He's not just going to sit there and shield. He'll block the peanuts, he'll block the projectiles, and he'll block your dash and approaches. And of course, Jtails is able to run up and get the grab because he sees he's blocking a bunch of attacks in succession. And once you can lock down a player and get them stationary, as Jtails was able to do to Vex right there, that's when you can really take an advantage on them.
So this is going to be the hard part for Vex because Diddy is a very agile character with a banana that does trip you. So actually catching Jtails, if he chooses to play a defensive campy style, is going to be very annoying.
Really awesome string there by Jtails, only to add insult to injury. The jetpack comes back to break Vex's string in response. Vex is in a really bad spot here, down by nearly a full stock, and not in offensive position. He can be KO'd after maybe a string or two, and a Gordo sends him flying off the stage. Lots of small hits in quick succession.
Wow.
Vex goes for the down air. He knows he needs something serious. A 2-stock by Jtails
That was
coming out. Battlefield was maybe not the best of choices for that third game.
That was a very strong performance by Jtails on that last game.
Absolutely, yeah, that was
beautiful.
crazy. Beautiful.
Whew.